Now we are taking moment at bottom. So m at bottom is equal to 0. We are taking moment at this L2 level. So m at bottom is equal to 0. So now see, now here the first force is the L1 and second force is the this 300 kilonewton. So L1 force means with strength. So how much strength we got? 600 and 660, sorry, strength of wind is here. 668.47 is the strength of wind. 668. So here first strength of weld and force is here L1. So 668.47 L1 is the force into perpendicular distance. We are taking moment at L2. So this is the force. 68.47 L1 is the force into. Now how much distance is here? This is D. But this is clockwise or anti-clockwise? L1 is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. This is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. So here we have to give the minus sign. Are you getting? L2 च्या ठिकाणी आपण मोमेंट घेतोय, L1 इकडून असं येणार या बाजूने. So anti-clockwise minus. Now second force is 300 kilonewton. So this is clockwise or anti-clockwise towards bottom?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So positive 300 into now distance. This distance is CYY. Center पासून bottom पर्यंत distance किती आहे? CYY. Now our angle section is 80 by 80 by 8. So for this 80 by 80 by 8, you have to go in still table and find the value of CYY. Are you getting? So everyone have this steel table. So 80 by 80 by 8 means this 80 by 80 by 8 means equal angle section. 80 by 80 it means equal angle section. 80 by 50 it means unequal angle section. So you have to go in steel table for this 80 by 80 equal angle section. So page number 10. Page number 10. Just a minute. See, my video is there. See my video. I have opened my camera. On page number 10. On page number 10, here, third number section is given, ISA 80 by 80 by. So thickness having 6 mm, 8 mm, 10 mm, 12 mm. So we have to take 8 mm thickness. So for 8 mm thickness, they have given in second column cross sectional area. In third column, they have given weight. Now in fourth column, they have given center of gravity. That
2.23.
2.27, no?
2.27.
2.27 in centimeter they have given. So we have to convert into mm. So 22.7 here they have given 22.7 for this angle. Are you getting, everyone? Please see my video.
Yes, sir.
I have opened this page number 10 is there. On the page number 10 they have given this whatever section they have given in problem statement, ISA 80 by 80 by 8, and for that center of gravity Cxx and Cyy they have given. So that value is here, Cyy is equal to 0. Now minus 668.47 L1 into D, depth of section is 80 plus this 300. So 300 into 10 raised to 3 into 22.7 is equal to 0. Into 10 raised to 3, what here also you can write into 10 raised to 3. So do the calculation. So now 668.47 L1 into 80 is equal to 300 into 10 raised to 3, 22.7. Now calculate L1 here. L1 is equal to now 300 into 10 raised to 3 into 22.7 divided by 668.47 into 80. So calculate L1. How much?
127.34.
127.
Yes, sir.
Please again someone. 127.34.
34.
127.34 mm. So we have to round up this value. Instead of 127, we will use 130 or 128. Increase to 3 mm, no problem. So instead of 127, we will write directly with 30 also, no problem. So we will use choose here, select 30. So L1 is 130. Okay. Now, but L1 plus L2 is equal to L1 plus L2 is equal to 224.39.
39.
So 130 is here. So here L1 is 130. So L2 is equal to 224.39. So calculate L2.
94.39.
130 is equal to L2 is equal to 94.39. So say this is 95 mm. Are you getting? So here L1 is equal to 130 mm and L2 is equal to 95 mm.
if we weld for this length, then 300 kilonewton load will be carried. Are you getting? Please write everyone. So here our end of the unit number 2. Any difficulty? Anybody? Someone have any difficulty? We have seen 3 example on each type. In unit number 2, on bolted connection also, on welded connection also. So on bolted connection also we have seen. So this is over. Just a minute. Okay, so just I will review summary of the our what we have learned in the unit number 2. Summary, unit 2, that is design of connection. Design of connections. So here we have seen there are 2 types of connection: bolted connection and welded connection. In detail. So because these 2 connections are generally used, or we are using in our construction of steel structure nowadays. Majority, 99%, in 1% only sometimes we are using the riveted connection, but these 2 connections we are using. So we have learned these 2 connections. In these 2 connections, in bolted connection, we have learned the what is bolted connection, what are the types of the bolts, then what are the types of the bolted connection, then what are the failures of the bolted connection. So types of the bolt, which types of the bolt we have seen? high friction grade bolt, and another two types of bolt we have seen. Then we have seen the failure of the bolt, failure of the bolted connection. Then we have seen the design strength of the bolted connection. So in the bolted connection, design strengths are, we have seen shear, second bearing, and third tensile. And from these three strengths we have solved the examples. Are you getting? So now see, these are the three design strengths, and we have solved the examples on these three design strengths. So then in the welded connection, what we have learned, again here we have learned types of the welded connection, then again design strength of the weld, design strengths of the weld. So first design strength is for the design strength for the fillet weld, and design strength for the butt or groove weld. So this much design strength we have learned, and we have solved the numericals. That means we have find the length of weld, how much length of weld required for the particular load coming on the joint. So that much we have. Means here we have designed the connections. So two connections we have learned, bolted and welded. So in bolted connection, design of bolted connection, it means we have to find the number of bolts, how much number of bolts are required to carry this much load coming on the joint. And design of welded connection is nothing but how much length required for weld when that much load coming on the joint. Are you getting? That is the design. So we have seen the two types problem, load carrying capacity and design in each bolted and welded connection. So that is the summary of our unit number 2. So here unit number 2 is over. So we will move towards unit number 3. Before that, someone have any question? Please raise your hand or ask me in chat box. I will wait for 1-2 minutes. Otherwise, we will move next. And now these two connections, bolted and welded, we have to use in every chapter from chapter number 3. In every chapter, one step is bolted and welded connection. When we are solving the problem on the design of the tension member, design of the compression member, design of column, next 3-4 chapters are that. So in each, we have to design the bolted and welded connection. So okay, shall I move next? Okay, so I will stop here for this unit number 2. So I will share another screen. So everyone write down. Next unit, unit number 3. Tension member. Title of unit number 3 is tension member or design of tension member. You can write only tension member. And with the procedure given in the IS code 800-2007, as per the procedure, we have to design this tension member. Now we will see first theoretical part of this chapter, tension member, and then Okay. Now, what is tension member? See, the tension member are the structural member that are subjected to axial tensile force. So these are the structural members. Structural members means in steel structure or in RCC structure, whatever or whichever member under the loading condition, for that member we are calling as a structural member. Structural member means what? Here they have written the tension member are structural members. It means what? Structural members are nothing but whichever members in steel structure or in concrete structure and that members are under loading condition. Means somewhat load coming on that members are nothing but the structural member. Okay, so structural members that are subject to axial tensile force. So here which types of force is coming on the structural member? There are various types of forces are coming. Tensile force is there, compressive force is there, shear force is there, bending force is there. So many more forces are there. Torsion force is there. So due to torsion force, torsional moment will occur. Due to bending force, bending moment will be occur. Due to shear force, there may be shear force or other moments are occur. So in the tension member, there is a axial tensile force. It means if we apply the tensile force on any member axially, it means away from the joint or towards from the joint. You have learned in applied mechanics, engineering mechanics, while analysis of truss. The force is away from the joint or towards the joint, which is nothing but tensile force. Away from the joint is nothing but tensile force. Just minute. Okay, now I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
मी बोलतच नव्हतो. कोणीतरी मेसेज टाकला की सर आवाज येत नाही. Okay, now okay, so I'm talking about the tension member. So if this is the any plate, so if we apply the tensile force on this plate. It means when the plate is under tensile force, then what will happen? So this is the original length of this member. So it will be increased due to this applied. So somewhat this is the your change in length we call. So tensile axial, this force is the axial tension. Axial means this is the plate and we are applying the force from two ends axially. Axially is nothing but along the axis of the your member, whichever member is there. It may be plate, it may be bar, it may be cable, whatever member here will be here, that under the axial load means along their centroidal axis, these two forces are acting opposite direction, and the original length of member this L, and due to this axial force there may be change in length, and so that due to this change in length this member is under tension. So yielding is there. Are you getting? So this is the axial tension. We called as axial tension means at the centroidal axis there may be axial pull is there. So this is the pull force, not push force. Push is nothing but opposite direction. So this is the pull force from the centroidal axis. So that at that time this member will be under tension. Are you getting? So now what are these tension members? Truss members. Those members who are in the truss, that are the tensile members. Then cables in suspension bridges. You have seen suspension bridge? Maybe you have seen in movies suspension bridge, or in some sketches. Anyone of maybe seen actual. Okay. Then bracing for the building. Sometimes column to column bracings are there, that I will show. I have shown you in first lecture of our syllabus. At the time of we have started our syllabus, that time bracing, that the inclined members connected to the columns. So these truss members, cable in suspension bridges means cable, then rods, bracing for the building. So these are the tension members. So tension member is nothing but the tension members are the structural member that are subjected to axial tensile force. This sentence is very important. Subjected to axial tensile force. The member which is subjected to axial tensile force, that is nothing but the tension member. Are you getting what is tension member? So we will see where these tension members are. We will see next two slide sketches of the tension member. Then any cross-sectional configuration may be used, since only determinant of strength is the cross-sectional area. So this sentence is very important. When any tension member under loading condition, axial tensile force, then the whole section can, the whatever load coming out that member, that is depends on strength carries depend upon the only cross sectional area. त्या सेक्शनचा जो क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया आहे त्या क्रॉस सेक्शनल वरती त्या मेंबरची स्ट्रेंथ ही डिपेंड असते, की जो मेंबर टेन्शन लोड अप्लाय होत असतो ज्या मेंबर वरती. आर यू गेटिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस सेकंड सेंटेन्स? when any member under the tensile force, at that time the whatever load coming on the member, that can carry only the cross sectional area of that member. म्हणजेच मराठीत जर सांगायचं म्हणलं तर त्या मेंबरच्या क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरियावरतीच त्याची टेन्साइल फोर्स कॅरी करण्याची कॅपॅसिटी असते. त्यामुळे क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया या टेन्शन मेंबरचं ज्यावेळी आपण डिझाईन करणार त्यावेळी क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया खूप इम्पॉर्टंट असणार आहे. सो दिस इज दी related to cross sectional area. Now circular rods and rolled angle shapes are commonly used. circular rods and rolled angle shapes are commonly used for the tension member. Are you getting? Now you can see here uh, some of the types of the or applications of the tension member. So first image is the truss. You have seen anywhere, or you have analyzed this truss in applied mechanics. You have analyzed. You have analyzed means what you have find? You have find the how much tensile force and how much compressive force coming on this member. That you have only analyzed. तुम्ही काय शिकला होता? ट्रस अनालिसिस केली म्हणजे काय केलं होतं? कोणत्या मेंबर मध्ये टेन्शन येतं आणि कोणत्या मेंबर मध्ये कॉम्प्रेशन येतं. दॅट यू हॅव लर्न इन ओनली अप्लाइड मेकॅनिक्स. So here this red colors or this bottom member are this bottom 3 member and these 2 inclined member are always under the tensile load, because this top load my voice is audible properly now? Somewhat disturbed, no? My voice. Please.
Yes, sir.
So just minute. So everyone, please be present in the last session. I will take attendance in last session. So this is the truss, and when this truss is under loading condition, so top arrow is indicating the top force coming on this truss, and these 2 arrows are the reactions. So at the time of this force coming on the structure, this so I will draw one. Okay. If we consider this type of truss like this, and the force, so this truss is under loading condition in tension. So in this part tension is there. So these all members 1, 2, 3. Sometimes due to this force, these 2 members are also 4 and 5. So this 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. These members are always in tension. So while the when the load coming on from the top, at that time this deflection of this bottom part, and due to deflection of this bottom part, there may be tension in the bottom. So these 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 members are always in tension. Other members are in compression. This member is in compression, this top member, or this inclined member are in compression. So this is the related to truss. Okay. Now this is the second is the frame. So in this frame, this inclined member is under tension. Again, this cable stage bridge, you have seen anywhere? This cable stage bridge. Also, we have seen in this movie also, or some of students seen in actual also. So cable stage is nothing but simply 2 piers are there, and at the top of these piers, cables are connected, and that cables are holding this you can say deck slab. This horizontal slab is deck slab, and that cables are connected to this pier, and these cables are hanging these two slab. So this is the cable stretch bridge. So in this cable there may be tension. So these cables are there. In this cable tension is there. Then purlin. Next is the purlin. Means we have seen the AC sheet, GI sheet. पत्रा पाहिलेला आहे आपण कोणत्याही इंडस्ट्रियल शेड वरचा, घरावरचा. त्या पत्र्याच्या खाली जे हॉरिझॉन्टल मेंबर असतात त्याला आपण पर्लिन म्हणतो. Below the AC seat and GI seat, below member. Someone has unmute yourself. Please mute. Who has? So purlins. So purlins are the under tension. Then that we have to learn design. We have to design the purlin in unit number 7 in detail. So we will see in detail in the unit number 7. We have to design this purlin in unit number 7. Then guide steel stack. It means, so some of the steel columns are there and we are stretching these columns by these ropes or wires. आपण इलेक्ट्रिकचे पोल बघतो आपले स्ट्रेच केलेले असतात अपोजिट डायरेक्शनला. जर केबल या बाजूने जात असेल तर अपोजिट डायरेक्शन आपण स्ट्रेच केले. सिमिलर टू दॅट some in the some of the industrial shade or in steel columns there may be these cables are required for the tension. Are you getting? So guide steel backs, we are using guide